Everyone has dreams and goals they want to achieve, whether in their career, personal life, or even spiritual growth. But why is it that some people seem to succeed in everything, while others remain stuck, even after years of hard work? Today, I'm going to reveal 5 unique techniques that few people know about, but that can help you get everything you want in life. These techniques go beyond the usual work hard or be persistent. They are hidden strategies used by philosophers like the Stoics and even modern leaders. If you're ready to truly change your life and unlock your full potential, stick around until the end, because what I'm about to share could completely transform the way you think and act. Technique 1. Create a powerful inner vision. The first technique is to create a powerful inner vision. Not just a list of goals, but a vivid emotional image of what you want. Why is this important? Because your brain doesn't just work with words or abstract ideas. It works with images and, most importantly, with emotions. Neuroscience has proven that when you visualize a situation and feel the emotions associated with it, your brain almost doesn't distinguish between what's imagined and what's real. This means if you want to attract something into your life, you need to start living it internally. It's not enough to just say, "I want to be rich," or "I want to be successful." What you need to do is create a vivid image of that success. What do you feel when you achieve that goal? What's the sensation when you sign that contract? What smells, colors, and tastes are associated with that success? The Stoics themselves used this technique, even though they didn't talk about visualization in modern terms. Marcus Aurelius, for example, meditated each morning on the challenges he would face and visualized his ability to overcome them. But the key here is to feel. Don't just see your goal, feel it. Feel the satisfaction, the accomplishment, and even the gratitude for what you're about to achieve. By emotionally living your success before it even happens, you create a clear path in your mind. Your brain starts working to bring you closer to the image you've implanted. It's as if you're already on the path to success, even if you're not physically there yet. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine you want to start your own business. Don't just say, "I want a successful business." Close your eyes and imagine walking into your office, signing a contract with an important client, watching your bank account grow. Imagine the sensation of freedom, success, and mastery. The more intensely you feel these emotions, the more your mind and body will begin to find concrete ways to make it happen. Remember, the first step to getting what you want is to live it internally, emotionally. Not just as a simple goal, but as a reality already experienced. You'll see that this will start to change your attitude, your energy, and even the opportunities that come your way. Technique 2. Use the principle of creative tension. The second technique for getting everything you want is to use the principle of creative tension. This means deliberately putting yourself in situations where you are forced to succeed, where failure is simply not an option. This technique is based on the idea that pressure and challenges can stimulate your creativity and productivity in ways you never imagined. Think of a time when you felt intense pressure, not because you chose it, but because you had no other choice. Maybe it was a deadline or a critical decision you had to make. In those moments, you often realize that you are capable of much more than you thought possible. Why? Because that tension pushes you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to innovate and find solutions you would never have considered otherwise. That's what creative tension is all about. It's a force that drives you to take action when you feel the pressure. But instead of waiting for circumstances to impose this pressure on you, the idea here is to create this urgency yourself. Don't let chance decide for you. Create a situation where you have no choice but to move forward and can't turn back. For example, imagine you have an important project in mind, like launching your own business or learning a new skill. Rather than saying, "I'll do it when I have time," you set a realistic but ambitious deadline for yourself. You might say, "In 3 months my project will be launched." This forces you to act and stay focused, eliminating procrastination. The tension created by the deadline pushes you forward and keeps you from getting distracted. This technique works because it taps into a fundamental principle. When you feel the risk of losing something, Your mind and body react by mobilizing resources you didn't know you had. You become more focused, more productive, and more creative. The greatest innovators and entrepreneurs often use this technique. They put themselves under voluntary pressure to push their limits. It's similar to exercising with weights. If you always use weights that are too light, you won't see any progress. But when you increase the difficulty, your body has to adapt, and that's when growth happens. Creative tension works the same way for your mind. The more you put yourself in situations where you must find solutions, the better you perform. Your brain starts working harder, searching for answers in places you wouldn't have looked before. So, the second technique is simple. Set ambitious challenges for yourself with strict deadlines. Create a situation where you can't turn back, where you are forced to succeed. It's in these moments that you will discover you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Technique 3. Overcome cognitive biases that sabotage your success. The third technique is to understand and overcome the cognitive biases that sabotage your success without you even realizing it. Cognitive biases are mental shortcuts your brain uses to process information quickly. While they can help you make decisions, they often lead you astray and prevent you from seeing the solutions that are right in front of you. One of the most powerful biases is the negativity bias. This bias pushes you to focus more on the negative aspects of a situation than the positive ones. It's an ancient survival mechanism, developed in a time when it was crucial for our ancestors to detect dangers. Today, this negativity bias can hold you back by making you believe that obstacles are insurmountable, when in fact, they might just be opportunities in disguise. For example, let's say you're working on an important project, but you encounter a problem. The negativity bias might make you think, "This is never going to work, I'm wasting my time." You start doubting yourself, focusing on failures rather than solutions, and you lose all motivation. But if you look at the situation from another perspective, you might discover that it's just a temporary challenge, an opportunity to rethink your strategy and grow. Another dangerous cognitive bias is confirmation bias. This is when you seek out information that confirms what you already believe, while ignoring anything that contradicts your beliefs. Imagine you have a deeply ingrained belief like, "I'm not good enough to succeed," or "Success is for other people, not me." Even if opportunities come your way, your brain will subconsciously look for evidence that supports those negative beliefs, sabotaging your efforts. So, how do you overcome these biases? The first step is awareness. You need to learn to recognize when your brain is tricking you. The next time you feel discouraged or start doubting yourself, ask yourself, is this the negativity bias talking? Am I focusing too much on the obstacles and not enough on the possible solutions? Once you're aware of these biases, you can start to challenge them. For example, if you realize you're falling into negativity bias, force yourself to find the positive aspects of the situation. If confirmation bias is making you doubt yourself, actively look for evidence that contradicts your limiting belief. Remind yourself of your past successes, even the small ones, that prove you are capable of overcoming challenges. Daily reflection is also a powerful way to combat these biases. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, practiced introspection by writing down their thoughts and actions every day. This helped them see their thought errors clearly and correct their behavior. You can use this technique too by analyzing your decisions and thoughts. Ask yourself, was this decision based on facts, or was it influenced by my biases? Finally, surround yourself with people who think differently. Cognitive biases are hard to overcome on your own because they often operate in the background without you realizing it. When you surround yourself with people who see things from different perspectives, they can help you see when your biases are holding you back. By learning to recognize and overcome your cognitive biases, you will clear away the mental fog that's been preventing you from achieving success. You'll start seeing opportunities and solutions where you didn't before, and your path to success will become much clearer. Technique 4. The power of continuous improvement. Become 1% better every day. The fourth technique for getting everything you want is based on a simple yet incredibly powerful principle: continuous improvement. The idea is to strive to become 1% better every day. There's no need for radical changes or massive efforts, just small, consistent improvements that, over time, create a huge transformation. The concept is simple. If you improve by just 1% every day, by the end of the year you'll be 37 times better than when you started. This is the power of compounding that many people underestimate. They think that to succeed, they need to make drastic changes overnight. But the truth is, it's the small daily improvements that make all the difference. Take the example of an athlete who wants to improve their performance. If they try to change everything at once, their diet, training, and sleep, they might get overwhelmed and give up quickly. But if they focus on one small improvement each day, like slightly adjusting their diet or gradually increasing their training duration, they'll see massive results over the long term. It works the same way for any goal in life. What makes this technique powerful is that it removes pressure. Instead of telling yourself that you need to achieve big things right away, you simply focus on being better than yesterday. Every day you ask yourself, what can I improve today? How can I do what I did yesterday, but a little better? This approach makes achieving big goals much more accessible and motivating. Continuous improvement also works because it creates momentum. Each small victory, each tiny step forward, boosts your motivation. This creates a positive cycle where, at each stage, you want to keep doing better the next day. Over time, you build strong habits that inevitably lead you to your ultimate goal. Another important aspect of this technique is that it encourages you to always look for ways to improve. Even when you think you've mastered something, there's always room for improvement. Whether it's in your skills, habits, or productivity, there's always a little margin for progress. So, the fourth technique for getting everything you want is to commit to a process of continuous improvement. Aim to do better each day, even if it's just by 1%. These small gains will accumulate, and over time they will produce incredible results. It's a simple principle, but when you apply it consistently, you'll see how quickly your life and skills improve. Technique 5. Build systems, not just goals. The fifth technique for getting everything you want is to build systems rather than focusing solely on goals. Many people set ambitious goals like losing 10 kilograms, making more money, or creating a successful business. But what sets successful people apart is that they don't just focus on the end result. They focus on the systems that guide them to those results. Here's why this is crucial. A goal is the outcome you want, but a system is the process you follow every day to achieve that goal. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, your system would be training every day according to a specific plan, monitoring your diet, and getting proper sleep. The goal gives you direction, but the system gives you the method to get there. The key here is that systems allow you to improve constantly, even after you've reached your goals. If you only focus on the goal, you may feel lost once you've achieved it. But if you focus on the system, you can keep progressing well beyond that initial goal. Take the example of an entrepreneur. Their goal might be to make $1 million in revenue per year. But if they don't put a system in place, such as a well-defined marketing strategy, a customer management plan, or daily productivity rituals, they won't know how to maintain that success or replicate it. The system keeps them moving, improving each day and constantly progressing. Systems also help you avoid frustration. Often, goals can seem distant and overwhelming, especially if you don't see immediate progress. On the other hand, with a system, you focus on the small daily actions. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, instead of weighing yourself every day hoping for fast results, you focus on your system, eating healthy every day, working out regularly, and drinking plenty of water. You measure the process, not just the result. This changes everything because you're no longer obsessed with reaching the final goal quickly. Instead, you focus on the habits and actions that will inevitably lead you to that goal. Over time, these repeated actions will naturally lead to the result you want. So, the fifth technique for getting everything you want is to build sustainable systems in your life. Don't just focus on the end goal, but on the processes that will lead you to that goal. A good system keeps you disciplined, motivated, and constantly progressing far beyond what you ever imagined. So now you know the 5 powerful techniques that can literally transform how you get everything you want in life. Whether it's creating an inner vision, mastering your emotions, using continuous improvement, building systems, or progressing step by step with micro-progress, you now have the tools to take action. But remember, knowing these techniques isn't enough. What matters is applying them every day in your life. Don't let these tools remain theoretical. Start using them today, and you'll see the difference. If you want more advice and strategies like these, make sure to subscribe to this channel and share this video with someone who could benefit from it. And most importantly, don't forget to check out the description. You'll find additional information and resources there that could really interest you.